Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. I got to tell you, I'm probably like you. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube, and I probably watch the same things that you guys watch. I watch a lot of woodworking YouTube. I love watching that. Some of these guys amaze me. Now, it's a skill set. Yes, you can learn it and you can get good at it, but take someone like David Picciuto, make something. His creative mind just leaps and bounds over mine. I love watching the ideas. He took a an outlet strip and customized it. Just amazing to me. Um, Bourbon Moth Woodworks. That guy's built more cabinets than anyone on the face of the earth, I think. Um, the Wood Whisperer, Fix This, Build That, you name it, all of them. I watch all of them. Um, and I just marvel at some of their work. But sometimes you just need to build a simple shelf. It's the truth. Sometimes you just need to build a simple shelf. And when I mean simple, folks, I'm talking simple. This is something that's going to get used in the shop, and it doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be half lap, dovetail, anything like that. It just needs to do what I want it to do. So I'll get you spun around here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this shelf, for instance, is the most rudimentary shelf you can make. It's made out of 7/16, whatever's on my wall is what it's made out of. And I made it to hold my wood turning accessorize. The problem is I have gotten over the past few months more accessorize. And for me to find anything up here is a nightmare. So what I want to do is build another shelf, larger, obviously. This one's 7 inches deep. I think maybe 18, no, I'm gonna say 16 wide. I want to make it bigger so that I can put everything up here. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So yes, I have tools hanging, but if we come over here, that's all tools and accessories for the lathe as well. And that's not even counting that, which is all of my traditional tools that some point in 2025 I'm going to learn how to use. So I dug around in the shop, and because I'm not gonna go buy wood for this, I got enough scraps that I'm probably gonna end up having a giant fire and just getting rid of all my scraps. I said it, I'm not proud, but they're overtaking my shop. Okay, I got a fire bin over there full of cutoffs. Down here, I told you once before, under this table is where my scraps go to die, but also up there and back there. And so I did some digging around. I found a nice pine 1x6 that I thought, yeah, I would use that, but I want it to be deeper than that. And I did some more digging, and I found this piece of 3/4 inch plywood, which I believe used to be my picture frame jig. I have since put it on melamine, and so I have this, and it's got a big gouge out of it, and I'm never going to use it for anything. This measures, I believe, 20 in. What if I just told you? Oh, yeah, like I said, it's about 30.5. It's probably wider than I need, but I'm going to make it wider than I need because I don't want to be digging around looking for stuff. So 7 inches deep, possibly, maybe a little bit more. I'm just going to throw it on a table saw and cut it and see where it ends up, and that's what my shelf's going to be. So upon further review, I think what I'm going to do is the shelf is going to be the full width of this, whatever it was, 30 something, I don't know. And I'm going to make it 8 inches deep, only 1 inch deeper than the shelf that's there. If I come out 10, then I'm over the lathe, and I don't really want it to come out past what I'm working on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 8. I'm actually going to cut, I'll get to that later. So let me turn this on. Okay, so rudimentary shelf. There's basically going to be a backer. Does that make any sense? No, it makes no sense. Shelf's going to come this way. It's going to be an upright. I need a way to attach it to the wall. And so I'm just going to cut a 3-inch strip for that. And hey, we're almost ready to start putting this thing together already. Short video this week, guys. No more of that half hour crap. No, no, no. Okay, now you kind of get the idea as to what I'm talking about. It's just going to have an upright in the back. I went ahead and clamped this on each side. There's no glue. Remember, I let my glue freeze. This is just temporary so that I can drill, throw some screws in it. And then from there, we're going to decide if we want to dress it up a little bit. You know, a little bit of lipstick on a pig. We'll see. I don't know. But I think... Sweet. Okay. You know, when I was cleaning up, I just put all my drill bits away. There we go. Huh. Tailed out there a little bit at the end. It's all right. There's an app for that. There we go. Yes, I'm going to pre-drill. It's plywood. I don't want it to split. Now there is going to be more than 3 screws in this. Don't worry about that. That's just... Who threw all that sandpaper there? This guy did. This is just so that I can hold it together long enough to get the clamps off of it. And even though it's a no frills, make sure stuff lines up before you go screwing it together. Lovely. Wifey Poo's home. Let's see if she'll come in and say hi. Sure. It's made more sense in my head. Hi. I see that. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. We were betting as to whether or not you were going to come in and say hi. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Apparently I lost. So, all right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, now that's done. I can go ahead and just run a couple more. I don't need a whole lot of more screw. Whole lot of more. My grammar has come to this. I don't need a whole lot more screws in this, but I'm going to put a couple more in. And like I said, then we'll see if we're going to dress it up or not. Conceivably, that's a shelf. And I could very easily put this up there just like that and be done with it. But there's always a but. Some of them are bigger than others. But what I've noticed on the previous rendition of this is that when I'm rooting around looking for something, stuff will go off the side. And you guys that have a lathe know that when you're turning something, it's like having 1.5 feet of snow. Okay, you got the shavings everywhere, and if I drop something, it takes me an hour to find it. So I think I am going to run little sides on this just to keep it from falling that way. And I'll have them match the height of I had a tape measure when I got here. I don't know. Here, this ain't it, but I'll just make it the same height as this. which is going to be 2 1/4. So I'll cut one more strip 2 1/4, cut it down to size. Ouch. And then put it together. Okay, went ahead and got them cut down to size. And all I did was just line. I don't measure nothing. Line it up, mark it. Boom, done. Okay. So for these, I'm just going to run 2 in the bottom, 1 in the back. That'll add a little bit of rigidity to this too, I think, or not. But it'll keep things from falling off. That is faux show. Ta-da. Okay? That means ta-da. Ta-da is what that means. Ta-da. Okay. Now, easily already I see how much more that's going to help. There are things that I need to drill. I got to drill some holes. Okay? Is what I'm saying. I have some things that set down in there. I have some other things that would probably be beneficial if I drilled holes for them. We'll take a look at what kind of garbage is over there. I'm sorry, accessorize are over there, and find out how we want to deal with that. It just seemed easier to just bring the whole thing over here. So, and this ain't even all of it because I got some other stuff that I want to put up on this shelf too. But as you see, poking up, this tightens my chuck, or Larry or Bob or whatever. This is for changing the jaws on the chuck. So let me go ahead and map this out where this stuff's all going to go. And then yeah, I'll bring it back in. Center in there. Boom. Good. Okay. All right. That's going to save me a lot of space. And I think the rest of this can just get tossed up there. So now I have to clean this off. Hush up over there. Remember this thing from Temu? I bought a little bit shorter screws. It works beautiful. Get into wood turning, they said. It'll be great, they said. It's more than just buying a lathe, I'm finding out. We'll run some sandpaper over it. There. Done. I'm going to want 2 of these to hit a stud. And I might have to take the camera thing down that I just made. That's okay. We'll figure that out once we get there. I might actually be able to screw it right into this. We'll cross that bridge when it floods. Okay? So I'm going to take this over and get it screwed on. Oh. Probably going to need one of these. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, don't drop that. That's important. Might need to make those a smidgen bigger, but okay so far. I wish these stacked, but they don't. Let's put them over in the corner of shame. Miscellaneous face plates, rings. I would say I have too much room now, is what it seems like. Too much room. It's always better to have too much room than not enough. I've always said that. I've never said that. A couple of sanding discs that are still good. The Forstner bit extender, which is slightly terrifying. Pencils with broken tips. I mean, I'm close to that being it. All right, folks, there you have it. Simple shelf for accessories in the shop. Nothing is fancy about this. And sometimes, folks, you just need to build something simple and effective. It don't have to have fancy joinery. And in fact, there's a lot of really nice things you can build without fancy joinery. Don't get intimidated by that. Don't get intimidated by the people that you watch on YouTube. And for God's sakes, don't ever be intimidated by me. You've seen me work. Not always good. But it's going to do what I want it to do. I have a lot more room. As I said, I have other things coming in specifically for the lathe, which will probably go up there. And it just works, is what it does. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out today. I tried to get the temperature a little bit warmer for you today. We're up into the mercy. We're up to 50 today. I might get my driveway back. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.